rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the Sarah Fraser.
Hey, Vidyans, oh my God, I got to spit the gum out of my mouth. It's so unprofessional, but I told you, I am so exhausted physically. Like I need to keep going.
Do you
Something
realize
keep me going. And it's the gum.
I want to break down and cry over December? This isn't a life. It's supposed to be the holidays and enjoy yourself. I've worked too much. This is officially our last show together for 2022. This is it. This is the end.
Amazing. You and I started co-hosting together almost a year ago, these shows. We just said, let's do these recaps and see what happens. And then I cannot believe that here we are almost a year later, because we didn't start until what, February? Was it January or February 2020?
Sure. Whatever you say, I agree with. But let me tell you,
I know.
I don't make this shit up. These are highly rated, guys. So, I mean, this is what people want. I mean, who knew? Listen to the guests, guys. We have great guests here, but this is what you guys want. Again, did I tell you? I don't think I told you on air, because you know what? If all of you, like all these guests could continue, let me tell you what this is going to be. You and I are going to record on Monday and the show's going to go out on Tuesday. We're going to record Tuesday. The show's going to go out on Wednesday. We're going to record, and it will be a 5-day-a-week fucking this shit. Let's talk about the gossip that happened for that day. Just like Access Hollywood is 5 days a week.
I know, we should do it.
You know how much time that would save in my life? And every now and then, if a guest falls up my asshole, we'll have a guest. Other than that, there'll be no fucking guests. Because let me tell you something. I deal with agents and managers and networks. And
I know, it's a lot. It's a pain in the ass.
I mean, there's like another bridge, yet another bridge I'm about to burn. And it's like, I can't even, because it's a major network. It's not Bravo. It's another network. And it's like, there's a major thing that they want edited out. Sorry. I didn't tell you to talk about Kanye fucking West for 10 minutes. And now you're not happy with being associated with saying good things about Kanye. How is that my problem? I didn't make now, did I ask you a question about Kanye? Yeah.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, you have to be media savvy. You have to know the game.
Right. So now you're media savvy after you recorded. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we're editing this big thing out and everybody's involved. And I lost my shit.
I don't blame you.
You know what it is?
See it coming.
I don't have an attitude, but just when you're so tired and you're just like, I just am going to lose my shit on you. And it's nothing personal. I'm so tired and I'm one step away from a straitjacket. Anyway, guys, we might have some Kanye stuff coming up. Where do you want to begin? This is our last show.
Well, I do love the Bethenny stuff. You know, there's some good things. There's like that viral video I think you sent me about, are people quietly quitting Bethenny? There was the Jeff Lewis, Andy Cohen famous, watch what happens live now moment. I love it all. Like, I love that. Where do you want to start?
I mean, right. So she went on Watch What Happens, and Andy asked her about, the podcast. Look, they sparred.
Yeah.
3 wives. And then Jeff was there, and Jeff's like, no, go ahead and promote it. And then they spoke after.
Well, Jeff sipped his drink. I mean, Jeff was like, oh my God, I'm genuinely like uncomfortable right now, because basically Andy and Bethenny went tit for tat back and forth. And Bethenny is genius too. She and Renna are neck and neck here for the top.
Let's continue the conversation about RHOBH and get in a fight with Andy, because it's going to be on the press. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. So, basically Andy was like, yeah, I think I said like, it's kind of bizarre. You have trashed them. And then she was like, I haven't trashed them. And Jeff Lewis was like, no, you've trashed them. And then she's like, well, I'm on the show. I have the right to talk about it. It was a pivotal part of my life, all this stuff. Then, Jeff, then she sort of starts coming for Jeff Lewis. Like, you were fired, Jeff. I was not. I quit. Like that, and Jeff was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, or maybe Jeff did say like, I'm fired. I'm okay with it. She's like, that's what they all say, and he's like, no, I'm okay with it. Anyway, it went back and forth. It was great publicity for her. She's great at what she does, right? She's so good at what she does. I think just this random TikToker has a theory that people are quietly quitting her because people are sort of over it and just, unfollowing, not listening. I don't know. I mean, her show is still a top podcast. I think both of them are now. I mean, are people unfollowing her? I don't think so.
I
Do
don't
you?
think so. And I mean, listen, I love that, all these women are so afraid of Andy, these housewives, even the ex ones, because they all want to get back. I mean, she shows up and she just is, honestly, it's like there's no sweat. She's like, I'm here, book me to come back, don't book me. She's naturally herself. So no. So I really enjoyed that little sparring type of TV. I mean, whether she called Jeff or not and apologized in that manner. I saw that TikTok thing where the girl has a theory that people are just quietly quitting Bethenny to her face.
Oh, yeah. That was it. By the way, I'm looking on top charts for podcasts. I mean, for TV and film. And I think
she's right up there.
Yeah, she's right up there. So are you. And
Thank
I am
you.
on the charts.
I saw
174, baby. But I'm on the chart. Like, it doesn't I mean, it does matter. It's nice if you're in the top.
but anything in the top 200 is not easy.
Because let's face it, folks, this is in the world. So this is out of how many millions of podcasts are there?
Yeah.
People are listing your number like 54 for TV and film.
Sometimes I'm higher, sometimes I'm lower.
I know, one or the other. I've been in the top 10 this year. You have too. I mean, it's all good, but so I just don't think people are quietly quitting her, don't you? I just think she has her stands. Andy loves her. He knows she's fucking great for television. I mean, and I don't know how you feel about her, but I have this love hate. I still have not listened to RHOBH. I'm burnt out. I need a break. I need to just spend time with my son. My son is growing up before my eyes. I never see him. You've worn off on me. I work all the time. And now I'm doing IUI to try to have another baby in my life. Anyway.
Well,
I have this love hate with her where I really love some of the things she does. And then other times I'm like, ugh, like, I don't know. If I never see her again, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of, look, I mean, as she says, two things get to be true. She does think it's toxic and she doesn't want to be there and she gets to talk about it. I agree with Luann on my show, the Countess, where she's like, everything else she did, it didn't fail. I mean, she has a freaking brand that she sold for $120 million. But look, just embrace it. The other podcast was never this highly rated. It was never like, this is what you should be doing. It's not your only business. You're on the show with Kevin O'Leary. Like, why not? If you can pop in and do rewives, and I mean, she ain't sitting there editing it and doing all this. So why not? If this is like, it's kind of like, listen, it's like when you and I started together, same thing. I'm like,
we didn't know.